Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Wherever this video catches you, I hope it catches you in great space, great place, and good health. This is just a reaction video to Gavin Newsom's speech last night that I watched. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it. I'm gonna talk as if you've seen it. So if you haven't seen it, maybe you want to go watch it. First of all, kudos to that man. First politician that I've seen actually stand up and fight fire towards Donald Trump. That is more than needed in these day and times. I mean, it's crazy. I'm not a big DNC fan. I'm not a big, of course, I'm not a big Republican fan. I hate Donald Trump and people like him, and he's scared me into, at this point, fully standing behind anybody who can reel us back into the nation that we're supposed to be. Personally, it would have been great if we had been taking steps forward and maybe find ourselves in the Labor Party or even a more progressive DNC. But like I said, Gavin Newsom came out last night and he was hitting hard, and I like his tactics. He actually has a position of power. As the governor of California, he made that clear. California is not to be played with. We're not scared of Texas. We're not scared of Donald Trump. And if they want to play dirty, we can play dirty with them. And I appreciate that because everybody knows that. Like, the people know that. Like, if you look at that's the reason why I fucking hate the DNC is because of the leadership. Like, they are decades behind, and they've just been playing softball. It really feels like they don't care about their constituents, and what we're going through. It really seems like they're run by an oligarchical donor class that just basically like, vote for us because we're not the Republicans, and it's like, no, we are. I mean, this is terrible, and look what it's led to. If you would have listened to the people, we wouldn't be in this position in the first place. But since we need somebody who's going to fight fire with fire. And Gavin Newsom stepped up to the plate. Gosh darn it. Shoot. I mean, this dude in office, Trump, the orange dude, literally sent his fucking, excuse me, I don't know if I'm supposed to be cussing or not on here, but his Gestapo goon squad, federal fucking ICE agents, in front of Gavin Newsom's speech in old Tokyo or whatever, where they years ago interned the Japanese, during World War II. So I just, the things that Trump is doing in office has literally shooken me to my core in these last months, really ever since he got the Republican nomination back in 2016 or 15 or whatever it was, I think it was 2015. And when he first got the Republican nomination, I stood back and I said, what is going on in this world? Actually, before, when it was even talked about that he could possibly win, that's when I started being like, something is really wrong with America. And at that time, we had Bernie Sanders, and that was the opposite side. So it was like our majority knew what we wanted, but thanks to the good old boys in the DNC party, knowed Bernie. Imagine the directions we could have went if the DNC would have fully backed Bernie and he would have beat Donald Trump back in 2016. 2016. But anyways, back on topic. I read. I should have it in front of me. I'm new to this, but Gavin Newsom shot off. I guess it was a Twitter or an X or whatever thing, and he said that. He did his own impersonation of Donald Trump, which I thought was pretty funny. He used his language too, like, how Donald Trump is with all this boastfulness and kookiness. But so Gavin, kudos to you, brother. Keep up the good work. I'm pretty sure he knows he has the 2/3 majority. He needs to pass this. Basically, he's Donald Trump is trying to steal the elections in coming up congressional elections. And so he literally called Texas, and told the governor of Texas, I need 5 more seats, because he's worried, because once he knows he's going to lose the Congress for sure. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know what's going on in the Senate race, but I know there's going to be a huge backlash of voters coming out against him in these next primary elections, or whatever. Not primary elections, these next congressional elections. So he's scared, because once we get in, or once once he doesn't have control of the House and the Senate, he's going to be a lame duck president, and he's not going to be able to as easily just push stuff through like the big, better bullshit bill. Which I'm not trying to go into all politics and stuff like that. If you guys like these videos and you like me talking about them, I'm at a place for the first time in life where I actually have time to do them. So like, if you subscribe or if you comment and to be like, yeah, I like it, give me more, I will, because I all I do is like ingest this stuff. But if I'm going to be doing this more often because people actually want to see it, I'll do better. I'll have the email in front of me, or the Twitter in front of me, and I'll do a little bit better research, and I'll do videos on different topics or whatever like that. But this is just to start off with, see what you guys think. Donald Trump is not joking about becoming authoritarian, and he's already made so many different power moves that are going to affect us in the future, our children, all of that. And he is going for the gusto. I mean, he's with the way he sent in federal troops and stuff, and funded ICE. Like, ICE has got like $100 and something billion of funding. That's his personal Gestapo. Like, that's his army of like weird people, ignorant people, like the type of people that would vote for him. So that you want them armed with masked, they're running around masked. I mean, like, now he's going through different cities that all seem to have black mayors, and all blue, including, Oakland, and which I happen to be from. But I just cannot understand people who don't realize how serious this is. Like, a lot of the people, to be honest with you, in the Democratic DNC, the Democratic Party, they need to wake up. And he has woken up. First time I saw, like, he understands, like, I'll bend the rules. Like, I'm not trying to be like Donald Trump and be a cheater, but you have to fight fire with fire. Like, I am not going to let this go, period. And I'm like, thank you. And I encourage other blue state governors to do the same thing. It's over. Gloves is off. Y'all want to play like that? We can play like that too, because your constituency is ready to get down. We are ready for a little, the leadership might be like, we'll go along to get along, blah, blah, blah. But no, you guys stand up and we'll go along. Oh, you know what else I wanted to say? If you watched his speech, at the end, he talked about Donald Trump taking the knee, and then he paused. He was like, Donald Trump, he's taking the knee to Putin. What do you think he really wanted to say? He wanted to say he's taking the knee to Netanyahu. And there's a genocide going on in Israel. And I wasn't going to vote for anybody who didn't come out and say, it's over for that. War in Israel over. We are not supporting any offensive weaponry to Israel. That's a wrap, But if he would have said that, he wouldn't have had his 2/3 vote in Congress to be able to, in whatever Senate or whatever in California, to be able to pass this referendum, to basically gerrymander our state the same way Texas is gerrymandering theirs, right? And so APEC is a big pressure, but I know and I hope, Gavin, if you ever heard this, I know in your heart what you wanted to say. I hope so. I hope that's what you wanted to say that, and I know you're, hamstrung or whatever, and you can't, because literally, if he would have said, and Donald Trump is taking the knee to Putin and Netanyahu, and as soon as he said that, you are not going to pass your votes in your 2/3 majority. So, anyways, with that being said, I'm out of here. Have a great rest of your day or night or evening, and if you want to hear more, let me know.